And we're back. Thank you guys for being here today. We're checking out Hannah and Ina again, but this is from Hannah's page. She's showing their first time living with Americans. Now, this is a video that I have been excited to see and waiting to see. This experience is always something that is, even for me, standing different Airbnbs, you know, uh, is a very interesting experience. So I can only imagine what it's going to be like for these North Korean sisters to have that experience as well. Thank all you guys for being here. I really appreciate all the support you guys are giving. It's great. Thank you so much. I never could have imagined it. I know it's small numbers, for most people, but for me, as I always say, to even have one person watching something I did is great to me. So to see that I have hundreds and you guys are subscribing, thank you so much. Couldn't be more appreciative to you. You guys are really, really giving me the fuel to keep this going. So let's see. I believe as well that Ina has a video on her page as well that she just posted. I'm going to get to that. I would like to apologize for taking so long to get these videos out. Trying to get my schedule together so that I can at least release one every other day. But between working and children and school and things of that nature, kind of gets hard. So again, you guys bear with me. We're going to get it together. And I have received some critiques from some subscribers, which I'm completely appreciative of. I had a person tell me I was mumbling. I'll be sure to, try and pronounce my words correctly and speak clearly so that you can hear me. And I think I had another person tell me about, what was the other critique? Crap. It escapes me right now. But anyway, keep giving me those critiques, guys. I really appreciate it. I'm new at this, obviously. So any help you guys can give, I'm open to it. I'm open to all criticism, whether it be good or bad. There's something you can always learn from anything that's told to you. So I appreciate it. All right, without further ado, let's get into it, guys. Let's check it out and see what happens. And if you haven't already, like and subscribe and share. Tell a friend. All right, let's get to it. Oh.
Hello everyone, I'm Hannah.
Oh, there.
After a short but intense overnight trip in New Orleans, we are now heading to Florida. I think those of you who saw the video on Shorts already know. My goal was to show Ina the diversity of America in a short time, and in the process, we met many people. From the American woman and Korean American who helped us in New York, to an American we met by chance in Texas, a Chinese American, and even a Spanish American in goal was to show Ina the diversity of America in a short time, and in the process, we met many people. From the American woman and Korean American who helped us in New York, to an American we met by chance in Texas, a Chinese American, and even a Spanish American in Florida. None of these encounters were planned, but that's
Ina is always hungry. Always.
How we met in America, having crossed both the Pacific and Atlantic Oceans. Some of you have expressed concern that my sister and I might judge America, its environment, people, or history based on just one part.
Well, I guess you could kind of get a general feel for America just by going to one place. You're not going to be able to get a full understanding, I don't believe, but we do have a universal lifestyle here that just by visiting one place, you would kind of be able to get, at least a gist of what America is in those different categories, but you would never be able to get the full picture without going place to place the way they're doing. So this is actually awesome that they are going to so many different places and getting the feel for each area of America, because while we do have, like I said, a universal lifestyle, we have our own individual regional branches that deviate somewhat, and have different flavors and variations of the American lifestyle. So yeah, you all are getting the full picture of it, which is awesome.
To talk about that for a moment today.
Talk about it. Talk about it.
From escaping North Korea and passing through China to settling in South Korea, I've experienced miracles that seemed impossible and sometimes faced all sorts of false accusations and misunderstandings just for being North Korean.
Oh yeah, it happens.
In a life that's been both short and long, what I've realized for sure is that the world I know isn't everything. Whether it's nations, history, culture, or...
And Hannah, you all just passed by the Superdome. I'm pretty sure you didn't notice it, but right there, you all just passed by the Superdome, which is a landmark in New Orleans. The New Orleans Saints play there. A lot of big things happen at that stadium or that arena.
People, we are learning about a new world we never knew through various experiences and explorations on the road.
예쁘게 꾸미고 있는 우리 이나. 저희 플로리다에 가는데 거기에 구독자분이 그리고 초대해주셨어요. 거기에서 자막을 너무 읽었어요.
Cool. That's what's up.
이 비행기는 처음이에요. 이거 뭐지? 스피릿.
Spirit. And she said it's nice? Okay. Well, is Spirit trying to upgrade or giving out a better experience? I fly Spirit as well, but it's because it's the cheapest. Not gonna say it's better than Delta though, but hey, if she's enjoying Spirit, cool. More power to you, huh?
처음인데 저가 항공사 굉장히 좋네요.
Prettying herself up for all the handsome American men that are gonna see her.
열심히 그들은
They are cute. They are very cute.
켈리 만나러 가기 위해서 예쁘게 꾸미고 있어요.
만나는 거.
Not too much now, not too much. It don't take a lot. I want your face and your neck in two different shades.
I first encountered Indiana Jones when I was 25 years old. The world in North Korea was a space filled with lines that shouldn't be crossed, things that shouldn't be seen, and information that became dangerous once known. But in the world of Indiana Jones, a map was not a tool of control, but an invitation to curiosity, and a border was not a barrier, but the starting point of a story. It was as if Indiana Jones was whispering to me. The world isn't something to be hidden, it's a place you must go and see for yourself. Watching Indiana Jones for...
One thing about, oh wow, look at that. Look at that. That is amazing. The Gulf Coast. That's wild. But I was just going to say that it amazes me so much. And this is kind of off the subject of what she's talking about. But every time I fly and I go up in the plane and I just see the landscape below and I see the area in which the city was carved out, and then I see all the rest of the area that's untouched, I just think about the natives when they lived here, when there was nothing. And I think about the people who came over and settled the area and built roads, and it's just wild. It's wild how it's just wild. Like, again, it's just an off thought of mine. Like, every time I fly in the plane, I just think about the history of how at one point it all was nothing, and now look at it. So that's wild.
For the first time, I thought, I too am a person who is allowed to live like that.
Look at that view.
Everyone, my sister and I don't know much about America, so we are clumsy and full of mistakes. I want to tell you that thanks to all of you who communicate with us through comments, we feel more secure as we learn about the world. To us who escaped North Korea and are now exploring the world, you are like a lighthouse.
Well, you're welcome, Ina. You're welcome.
In our new journey in 2026, we plan to be bolder and explore America with our eyes and mouths, even if our English is still clumsy.
Good, good. Do that. Do that.
Please join us on our 2026 journey, two curious, slightly quirky sisters who escaped North Korea and want to discover more of the world. And I also want to talk about why we couldn't say we were from North Korea during this trip. The reason is, well, it's the identity confusion I'm experiencing as someone who escaped North Korea and is now living as a South Korean citizen. The moment people asked where I was from, I felt confused about where to place myself. While
Okay.
Ina has a fear of simply saying she's North Korean, for me, the confusion is even greater. As a defector living in South Korea, this has been a long-standing question about my repeated identity crisis, but it's slowly becoming clearer while traveling in America. Perhaps this American journey is a map to finding my identity.
That's true. And again, I just want to just look at that view, y'all. Like that shit is tight. Just look at how the Mississippi River just spills out into the ocean. And it's crazy. You can actually see it go from brown to blue. Like you see how it spills out, like the river itself is brown, and then this first initial area around those lagoons and the islands are brown, but past that is blue. That is beautiful. But speaking to what you're saying, Ina, I mean, Hannah, about you all not saying Korean, that's completely understandable. But just know that there's no issue with you all saying where you are from, whether it be from North Korea or South Korea here in America. No one's going to. Well, most of us are not going to have a problem with it. Most of us are going to empathize with you and be happy that you're not living in those particular, repressive regimes. But that's understandable. We have kind of the same issue when we're from two different states, when people ask where we're from. So like me when I was living in other places, but being from Mississippi, when people would ask where I was from, I would be like, well, I'm from, let's just say Texas by way of Mississippi. And that just let people know that you're living in Texas now and you're a resident there, but you were born and raised somewhere else. So that's kind of how we do that. You can just say, I'm from here, but by way of this place.
In America, where diversity is valued and differences are respected, I wonder what those of you living there think about this.
Well, I think I just told you. Hopefully that
Wow, we're up in the sky over Florida right now. Throughout the entire American trip, the window seat on the plane was always for Ina. But this time I sat there. I was curious about the view of Florida from the plane.
I love the window seats. Like I always try to get a window seat.
Wow, I was so amazed by the scenery where the ocean surrounds the city. It's fascinating how waterways appear before roads, how the boundary between land and sea feels blurred, and how even the city itself seems to rest as part of nature. Wow, this is incredible, absolutely breathtaking. I thought the feeling of flying would become ordinary if I traveled often, but it's not. Every time I travel, the feeling of flying changes depending on the destination. This Florida trip is about living with Americans. A subscriber living in Florida invited us to their home, suggesting we try living like Americans for a while. So you can think of this Florida trip as a journey of people. If I were to summarize this trip to Florida in one sentence, I'd like to say this. When a person comes to you, it is an incredible event where you encounter their past and present. Everyone. Kelly is a warm person who helped my sister and me create truly precious memories.
Way to go, Kelly. Thanks for being a great representation of us.
It was our choice to accept the offer to experience living with an American, so please refrain from leaving any comments that might make Kelly feel uncomfortable. I don't want anyone to be hurt because of us. We simply want to share our travel moments with all of you exactly as they are.
One thing about Americans, well, Hannah, well, I mean, which I'm pretty sure you understand it as well. You know, people can be mean, and we will express our opinions and give you our opinions unwarranted. But again, do not let that give you any type of discouragement or make you feel any type of way. And trust me, as an American, Kelly understands that. But yeah, we understand where you're coming from with that.
Kelly also readily agreed to this for all of you who support us on the Hanaya channel.
See, I knew it was Hanaya. I said that, but for some reason, she always spells it Hannah in the captions here.
Politely ask that you just enjoy this video for what it is.
We will.
Now, shall we head out on our journey of people in Florida?
여러분 안녕하세요.
Oh,
이나랑 플로리다 왔어요. 여기 플로리다에 사시는 현지인 분이 저희를 초대하셨어요.
I can see that.
그래서 미국인처럼 한번 살아보려고.
Ina is ready to eat.
미국인과 함께 살아보려고.
날씨가 너무
근데 날씨 적응이 너무 안 되네. 추웠다 더웠다 이래가지고 반응을 못 하고 있어요. 이게 더운 건지 추운 건지. 저는 덥다고 그러고 동생은 춥다고 그러고. 일단 그래서 지금 기다리고 있어요.
American weather is very wishy-washy. You can be in one place and experience 80-degree weather, and the very next day you experience 30-degree weather. So it's very tricky, and especially in a place like Florida. Florida's mainly going to be a warm place, but it can get pretty chilly there as well, especially for Southerners.
famous mom.
Everyone, we finally met Kelly, a subscriber of the Hanaya channel who we'll be staying with in Florida. Our first meeting was truly intense. Well, it was welcoming yet unfamiliar.
Look at
I
Ina.
felt the excitement, but I couldn't quite catch the rhythm. I wanted to respond to Kelly, who was trying to connect with us by playing BTS music, but I had no idea how to react. Ina was so taken aback by the high energy and big reactions that
Look at Ina. Look at Ina. Ina's like, what is this? What is this alien person doing? She's really trying to understand what's going on. Like her whole face right now is just one of, okay, I'm trying to get it. I'm trying to understand. All right, I'll get it very soon. I love Ina. I love Ina for her expressions like that. She's very, I would say, initially apprehensive, but she's not afraid to indulge and be involved. But that look is just so precious right now.
she just sat quietly in the back seat the whole way.
Yeah, I can tell.
In the meantime, my mind was racing, trying to figure out how to bridge the gap and change the atmosphere.
You can really just see the, for lack of a better word, the kind of awkwardness or the unfamiliarity. But you can also see that they're adjusting to it and trying to adjust to it. It's cool. That's cool.
Communicating through writing was seamless, but when it came to speaking in person, I got so nervous that I didn't know what to say or where to start.
Yeah.
But it seemed like Kelly was just as flustered as we were. What an awkward and baffling first encounter in beautiful Florida. With our clumsy English, will we really be able to live like Americans in Florida with Kelly? Please understand that due to BTS music copyright, I had to cover the scene entirely with narration. Before going home, Kelly offered to show us Florida's beautiful ocean first, and we're heading there now. Staying with Kelly, we ended up using the translator you all recommended constantly. Honestly, I think Florida wins the prize for the most used translation app on our trip. One small issue though, Ina missed lunch and is getting really hungry. She keeps whispering it to us, but we still don't know how to say, I'm hungry to Kelly yet.
I told you, Eno is hungry, man. She hungry as hell. I saw it on her face at the airport. The first thing she was thinking about was, I'm ready to eat some shit.
At the moment, I'm quietly searching for the right timing to tell Kelly, Ina is hungry.
Yes, and you have to speak up, guys. Like, that's one thing. We have a saying over here: a closed mouth does not get fed, or simply, a closed mouth don't get fed. All right, you have to speak up. You have to say things. People are not going to be offended by you speaking up for yourself. They're going to appreciate it, because if you don't say anything, shit, Americans, we're so overbearing that we'll just lead you the hell alone. You know, lead you along like some little sheep until you say, hey, you know, this or hey, that. So speak up, guys. Never be afraid to speak up, especially with us. We appreciate it.
오, 세상에 그림 같아.
Because we would tow you around like some little puppies.
Stop.
여기 세워가지고 볼라 그러나 보지. 보여줄라. 아우. 아, 이쪽으로 가야 된다.
누가 혼자 수영을 갈 정도는 아니야.
그래요. 아, 근데 이 사람들이 느끼는 온도랑 다른가네, 우리가. 어머머머머.
Well, I promise you, like, no, like when this, you know, like, no, we do feel that wind chill as well when we're out there. So yeah, it's not, sometimes we just ignore it and deal with it, but we do feel it.
아니, 가는 곳이잖아.
Sand is
오,
soft.
오. 와우.
Really soft. Hard to walk on.
와, beautiful. 오.
Did she say beautiful? She sounded like them folks in Memphis, my Memphis folks. Having that R kills them every time. That R sound.
우와.
Pretty.
어? 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 알았어. 오.
I hear Ina say pizza, pizza.
Nice details.
아. 와, 이게 보자. 어머, 세상에. 이야, 이거 머리 봐봐, 이게. 어머.
I'm old. Meridian. When it gets.
야, 근데 너무 멋있다, 이거. 어. 하늘이 그림이네, 완전히. 아. 가자. 바다가 완전히 그냥 엄청
모래가 엄청 부드럽다.
어. 빨리 와.
Our first meeting with Kelly was a little awkward and unexpected, but we're slowly starting to get to know each other. Ina is opening her heart little by little too. When I first met Kelly, what surprised me the most was the energy I felt from her. I honestly couldn't help.
Okay, see, so now look at Ina's face and Anaya's as well, but you see, they've warmed up now. As she just said, it was awkward, but you can see the progression now in their facial expressions.
But wonder where all that energy came from. She lives her life with such liveliness and vitality, and that really left an impression on me. Stay tuned for the next chapter of our Florida adventure with Kelly. What did you think of today's video? Leave a comment below. See you in the next video. Thank you.
All right, guys. Well, there we have it. That was a pretty short one. Okay, pretty cool. Pretty cool. That's nice. Getting to see them actually go and live with an American. That's awesome, guys. Listen, you guys are doing a great job. Hannah, you and Ina, you guys are doing great. You don't really have to walk on eggshells that much. You know, this is America. You can cut loose. You can, you know, kind of just let it hang and cut free. I know that's going to take a little time for you to kind of get used to, but you guys are doing a great job of doing it. Well, and I think they're going to, you know, I think this is going to be pretty exciting. I wish it had been longer because I actually want to see them, you know, in the house and things like that. So maybe the next video will be a little longer. Oh, and I do remember what the other critique was, guys, that someone gave me. They said I wasn't really reacting to the videos. I was just kind of watching. So hopefully in this video, I did a bit more reacting. I adjusted that some. You know, I don't want to overdo it. Like I don't want to, you know, like kind of overdo it or whatever. And I don't want to be reacting and just stopping the video all the time just to be doing it. So we're going to try to find that balance. But hey, thank you guys for being here. I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, please like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next one. See you.